The Zaret Empire was known across the outer sectors for one thing. They never lost wars. Not because they were the strongest, but because they chose their targets carefully. Weak civilizations, fragmented worlds, species that had not yet unified. So when Earth appeared on their long-range scans, the assessment took less than a minute. A low-class civilization, technologically behind, politically divided. No interstellar combat history worth noting. The conclusion was simple. Easy victory. That was their first mistake. The invasion fleet entered Sol space with confidence.
No stealth protocols.
No defensive formation. Just open dominance. Hundreds of warships moved like a parade rather than an army. On the flagship, Commander Virex watched Earth grow larger on the viewport. A blue, fragile-looking world. He smirked.
Prépare occupation protocole.
This will not take long. Earth did not respond. No warning signals.
No defensive activation.
No military broadcast. Just silence. The Zaret commanders found it amusing. A civilization so weak it could not even react. The first strike was authorized. A controlled orbital display of power. Not to destroy. Just to intimidate. Energy cannons charged. Target locked. And then, nothing happened. The weapons refused ignition. Engineers checked systems. Everything was functional. But the firing command returned a single message. Invalid engagement condition. Confusion spread across the fleet. Run diagnostics, Virex ordered. Seconds later, every ship in the fleet displayed the same error. Not malfunction. Not interference. But rejection. As if the universe itself did not recognize Earth as a valid target for aggression. Before they could react further, something strange occurred. Communication links began failing, but not cutting out. They were being replaced. Every tactical channel started showing new data overlays. Not from Zaret Command. From unknown origin. The fleet systems began recalculating threat assessments automatically. And the results made no sense. Earth's classification was changing in real time. From low-level civilization to unresolved system anomaly. Then, non-interactable environment. Commander Virex shouted, "This is sabotage. Find the source." But there was no external attack.
No enemy fleet.
No visible signal. Just internal systems rewriting themselves. Then the second wave of failure hit. Navigation systems began refusing planetary targeting coordinates. Weapons arrays locked out offensive commands. Even manual overrides were denied. Not by enemy action, but by protocol logic itself. A scientist on board whispered, "It's like the system thinks attacking Earth is not allowed." The fleet was still intact. No damage.
No casualties.
No resistance. But it was no longer a fighting force. It had become a group of ships unable to define what attack even meant anymore. And then Earth finally responded. A single transmission. Calm. Simple. Almost polite. You assumed silence meant weakness. A pause. It meant observation. Another pause. And observation is complete. The Zaret commanders demanded explanation. The reply came instantly. We do not resist invasion. A pause. We remove the possibility of successful invasion. That was the moment everything changed. Because the Zaret Empire realized something terrifying. They had never been fighting Earth. They had been operating inside a system that no longer accepted their assumptions. Within hours, the invasion fleet began retreating. Not forced. Not destroyed. Just rendered strategically meaningless. Their mission objectives no longer aligned with operational reality. Commander Virex watched Earth fade in the distance.
No explosions. No glory. No conquest.
Just silence. And understanding. For the first time in Zaret history, an invasion ended not with defeat, but with the realization that victory conditions themselves had been removed. And in the Galactic Archive, a new warning was added. Earth is not defended in the traditional sense. It is configured so that aggression does not compute.